Have you ever been in this situation? You know the English words, you understand what someone is saying, but when it's your turn to speak, nothing comes out. Your brain suddenly starts translating every single sentence from your native language into English. You know exactly what you want to say, but it takes too long. And before you finish your sentence, the conversation is already over. If this happens to you, don't worry. You're not bad at English. You're simply using the wrong process. The biggest difference between fluent English speakers and struggling learners is not vocabulary. It's not grammar. It's not intelligence. It's the way their brain processes the language. Fluent speakers don't translate. They think directly in English. And the good news is, this is a skill that anyone can learn. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to train your brain to think in English naturally. These are the same types of habits that many successful English learners use to stop translating and start speaking with confidence. So, let's get started. Before we talk about solutions, we need to understand why translation is slowing you down. Imagine you're driving a car. Every time you reach a traffic light, you stop for 30 seconds. Now imagine another driver who never has to stop. Who will arrive first? Of course, the second driver. Speaking English works in a very similar way. Every time you translate, your brain stops. First, you create the sentence in your native language. Then you search for English words. Then you think about grammar. Finally, you try to pronounce everything correctly. That's too many steps. And every extra step makes speaking slower. Fluent speakers don't follow those steps. Their brain connects ideas directly to English. That's why they answer so quickly. The goal isn't to think faster in your native language. The goal is to stop using your native language while speaking English. So, how do you begin? The first exercise is surprisingly simple. Start thinking with very short English sentences. Don't try to create long conversations in your mind. Keep everything simple. When you wake up in the morning, think, I'm awake. I'm still tired. I need some coffee. While getting ready, think, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting dressed. I'm looking for my keys. These are easy sentences, but that's exactly why they work. Your brain learns best when the task feels easy. Many learners make one big mistake. They immediately try to think about difficult topics in English. For example, politics, science, or business. Then they become frustrated because they don't know enough vocabulary. Instead, begin with your daily life. Describe what you see. Describe what you hear. Describe what you're doing right now. The more often you do this, the less your brain depends on translation. Now let's move to the second exercise. Give everything around you an English name. Look around your room. Say the names of the objects you can see. Chair, window, door, laptop, bottle, phone. Now make short sentences. The chair is next to the table. My phone is charging. The window is open. This exercise may seem too easy, but remember, fluency is built through repetition. Every time you connect an object directly to an English word, you're creating a faster pathway inside your brain. Eventually, you won't need to translate those words anymore. You'll simply recognize them in English automatically. That's exactly how fluent speakers think. They don't translate simple words. They see a chair, and their brain immediately says chair. Not the word in their native language first. The third exercise is something you can practice anywhere. Whenever you're walking outside, quietly describe what's happening around you. You might think, a man is riding a bicycle. The bus is stopping. 2 children are playing. It's starting to rain. Don't worry about making perfect sentences. Your goal isn't perfection. Your goal is continuous thinking in English. Every small sentence is another step towards speaking naturally. The more often your brain creates ideas directly in English, the easier real conversations become. Now, let's continue with another powerful exercise that helped me think in English much faster. Exercise number 4 is called Ask and Answer. This is one of the easiest ways to have an English conversation, even when you're completely alone. Here's how it works. Ask yourself simple questions, then answer them immediately in English. For example, what am I going to do today? I'm going to finish my work and then watch a movie. What did I eat for breakfast? I had eggs and toast. What do I want to learn this week? I want to improve my pronunciation. At first, your answers may be very short. That's perfectly fine. As your confidence grows, your answers will naturally become longer. The important thing is to answer without translating. If you don't know a word, don't stop. Use easier words that you already know. Remember, communication is always more important than using difficult vocabulary. Now let's talk about another habit that changed everything for me. I stopped trying to speak perfect English. This was a huge mistake I made for years. Every time I wanted to speak, I worried about grammar. I worried about pronunciation. I worried about making mistakes. Because of that, I spoke less and less. Then one day, I realized something. Native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time either. They pause. They correct themselves. They forget words. And that's completely normal. So why do English learners expect themselves to be perfect? The truth is, perfection doesn't build fluency. Practice does. The more you speak, the more natural English becomes. Another exercise that I highly recommend is shadowing. If you've never heard of shadowing before, don't worry. It's very simple. Choose a short video, podcast, or interview in English. Listen to one sentence, then repeat it immediately. Try to copy the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation as closely as possible. Don't just repeat the words. Copy the way they speak. This exercise trains your brain to think and speak at the same time. It also helps your pronunciation sound much more natural. Even 10 minutes of shadowing every day can make a noticeable difference after a few weeks. Now here's another important tip. Stop translating words one by one. Instead, learn English in phrases. For example, don't only learn the word decision. Learn the phrase. Make a decision. Don't only learn the word mistake. Learn. Make a mistake. Your brain remembers phrases much more easily than isolated words. And when you speak, those phrases come out automatically. That's exactly how fluent speakers communicate. They don't build every sentence from individual words. They use groups of words that they've heard and practiced many times before. Finally, let's talk about consistency. Many learners practice English for 3 hours on Sunday. Then they don't practice again until the following weekend. That's not enough. Your brain learns through repetition. Even 15 or 20 minutes every day is far more effective than studying for several hours only once a week. Think of it like going to the gym. You won't become stronger by exercising once a month. Small daily sessions always produce better long-term results. Language learning works exactly the same way. If you train your brain every single day, thinking in English will slowly become automatic. One day, you'll suddenly notice something amazing. Someone asks you a question in English, and you answer immediately. No translation. No panic. No long pause. Just English. That's the moment you'll realize that your brain has started thinking in English naturally. And trust me, that feeling is absolutely worth all the practice. Before we finish this video, I want to give you a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, spend just 10 minutes a day thinking only in English. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a speaking partner. And you don't need to know thousands of words. Just use the English you already know. Describe your morning. Talk about your plans. Ask yourself simple questions. Answer them in English. Describe the people, places, and objects around you. If you forget a word, don't stop. Find another way to explain your idea. This is exactly what fluent speakers do. They don't know every English word either. They simply use the words they already know to communicate their ideas. That's a habit you should develop too. Here's something that many English learners never realize. Fluency isn't about knowing more English. It's about using the English you already know more often. Think about it. Most learners already know hundreds of English words. Some even know thousands. But those words stay locked inside their minds because they rarely use them. Knowledge without practice creates frustration. Practice turns knowledge into confidence. So instead of asking yourself, how many more words do I need to learn? Ask yourself, how many of the words I already know did I actually use today? That one question can completely change the way you learn English. Remember, your brain changes through repetition. The more often you think in English, the more natural it becomes. At first, it may feel slow. You may pause. You may forget words. You may even feel a little frustrated. That's completely normal. Every fluent English speaker has gone through that stage. The difference is that they didn't quit. They kept practicing until thinking in English became a habit. And habits are powerful. Once your brain gets used to thinking in English, speaking becomes much easier because you're no longer translating every sentence. You're simply expressing your thoughts. So don't wait until your English is perfect. Start today. Use simple sentences. Practice every single day. Trust the process. And remember, small improvements every day lead to big results over time. One day, you'll look back and realize that speaking English feels completely different. You'll answer questions faster. You'll feel more confident in conversations. And most importantly, you'll enjoy speaking English instead of being afraid of it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Speed English for more practical lessons that help you speak English with confidence. Also, let me know in the comments, what is the biggest challenge you face when speaking English? I'd love to hear your answer, and I might even make my next video based on your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking English every single day. I'll see you in the next video.